All right, so we're doing this. Let's do a quick one, and let's see. So I did some pull-ups again. So I think that's third day in a row for pull-ups. I think this is day 4 or 5 of swimming, but I don't have the video for pull-ups. It's fine. I actually only did 13 today, so it was 15, 16, 13. I'm not really sure why, but that's where we are. How is the swimming? Let's see. I pound myself like a gorilla on the chest here. Let's hear that. There we go. A lot of fun. And then let's see here. All right, so that is, we are still on the wall, 18.917. And then let's see where we land here. Oh, we missed it. Oh, it hits it's pretty cool. Let's just watch that. It hits the camera. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Anyways, where did we hit? I think we'll see a little bit better. We'll see. Beep, 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 beep. That's definitely in. Maybe even, probably, I don't know. Possibly, but we'll just count this. 42.949. So let's see here. That is 42.949 minus 18.917. That is 24. Boy, we're going slower, huh? So 24, we're doing pull-ups every day. We're doing swimming every day. Yeah, it's we'll keep this up because I've been kind of plateauing anyways. Now I'm just going slower. But the point is, I'm going to keep this up, and we'll see how that goes. And that's going to be fine. We'll just see how it is. Anyways, I think that's it for now, and let's that's it. All right, so let's continue doing this. I have not done pull-ups yet. I'm going to wait to do that right after this. But I wanted to see, so we got a 24.0 yesterday, which is like, okay, we're doing them in a row. We're doing pull-ups. It's going slower. But what was it today? I think I did a decent job. I was a bit bloated from dinner, just a little bit. And but let's see what it was. So here's the chest pounding, I think. Yes. And then here's the start. Oh boy, that's going to be tough to see. Yeah, it was pretty dark. No, that we can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but we can see it, and there's enough water, hopefully underwater, that we can see where I pull in. 29.952. All right. What is this? Okay, so we swim, swim, swim. There's a plunge. Okay, and then where do we arrive here? Let me see. Is that touching, or that's definitely touching? So we're going to say that is a 53.489. So that's going to be a little faster, hopefully, than yesterday. 53.489 minus 29.952. 23.5. We can say that's a 23.5. So 23.5 is okay. It's half a second faster than yesterday. It's certainly not a record. But, back to back, we did pull-ups yesterday. Now, I didn't do pull-ups today yet. I'll do pull-ups after this. So we might do that. We might variate and do pull-ups after the swimming. I think that's it. We'll just do a quick one. This was good. 23.5, good. And that's it for now. All right, so I think I'm just going to string these together. And yesterday I did some push-ups or pull-ups after this. So this is, I think, the third one we haven't put up. So I'm just going to kind of stack them together or something like that. But let's see what we did today. So we did a 24, 23.5. And today, let's see what it is. All right. So chest pounding here, most likely. And then right here, oh boy. All right, we're going to count that. That's like right. That's fine. 22.181. And then where do we arrive? Right over. Oh, look at that. Nice and contrasted. So that's very good. Hold on. What the hell? Did you see that? That frame got stuck there. Maybe 45.465. I mean, does that really make a difference? I think because of the angle, I don't know. Maybe this one, we'll put this 498. That's for sure, but it's a bit blurry. We'll go with this. It's fine. So 45.498 minus 22.1011. Okay, so look at that. We're going down here, 2317. Okay, that's pretty good. So we're actually declining even though we're doing it every day now. So that's 23.3. Yesterday, I think I did, let's see here. It's not going to come up on the screen. I did 14 pull-ups after this, right before I went for my midnight walk. So yeah, the last video that's up, 23.7 is the last video that's up. Then we didn't do the 24.0, 23.5, and then 23.3. That's this one. So we'll jam these three and then maybe a few more after this, whatever. So this is nice. We get to do pull-ups after this. I think that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to focus on here and see what we can do here, 23.3 is good. It's not a record, but it's good because, again, we're trying this. This is good. Back-to-back every day, just one super fast one, some pull-ups, and everything else the usual, same amount of walking, etc. And we'll see how that goes. Today, I would say I was a bit more tired, actually. So a 23.3, I kind of think is impressive, to be quite honest. Because I was a bit tired. I don't know why. I just never really woke up today. Maybe now. Maybe I had a little bit of fruit or something, and it's woke me up or something. But I just wasn't as gung-ho. And yet, 23.3, the best of 3 days. So anyways, I think that's it for now. We'll string these together at some point. Nobody watches these anyways, but I like to watch them. I like to see actually what I swam. But we'll string a lot of these together into one. I think that's a better idea. Anyways, I think that's it for now. All right, so unfortunately, I just noticed the cable to this microphone is kind of broken. I have to hold it with one hand, so I'm going to have to order a new one of these. It's on for now, I think. I see it, so that's good. And this is all full red. But anyways, today I think was a decent day. I went down. I didn't eat too much. It was still in the afternoon, but I felt pretty good about it. We'll see. Yesterday it was a 23.3. We rounded down because it was pretty close. And we'll see what it is today. The problem is the pool's 4. I don't know where the sound went out because I'm seeing that it wasn't on. So anyways, I don't know if I mentioned, the guy here was kind of on the phone with the speaker phone. Is that where it went out? Who knows? So let's do the math. It's probably going to be a little bit faster than yesterday, but not that much. 39.725 minus 16.588. Okay, 23.1. Now, we're doing these back-to-back. And now I think for 2 or 3 days in a row, I've been doing pull-ups after this. So right now it's 9 p.m. I usually did around 11 p.m. and then did my midnight walk. Okay. So I'm still doing all-out pull-ups every day. And I'm at 24, 23.5, 23.3, 23.1. We'll round this down to 23.1. So that's not bad. Again, I could have done a little better kick, but that's good because even with a shitty kick, 23.1 is not bad. Again, back-to-back. So we're going to have to fit. I've always been complaining about this thing because, hold on, it's also super long. So this is super long, and that's also obnoxious because I really only need it here. I need maybe 3 feet. This is probably 6 or 10 feet or something. So yeah, I think we're going to have to get a new one. and it's one of those bigger, bulky micro cable. They call it micro or mini. I guess it's not as big as anyways. It doesn't matter. We're going to have to do this and stare at the red dot and make sure it doesn't go up. But 23.1, I'll take it. You know, I felt better. It could have been a little faster. Plus, the aerators were on, and this is the third lane. So the first lane is where the guy is talking into his speakerphone phone rudely. Then there was a slow swimmer right next to me. And I got the most aerated stuff where it was just raining down. I shouldn't gesticulate too much with that hand. But the point is, I got most of the downpour. Okay. I got most of the downpour, and that's not good. Okay. So it's a little slower, but I felt better, and I do see it in the time, so that's good. And 23.1 is good. I mean, it's a low 23, and again, back to back. So that's good. Anyways, I think that's it. This is, I think, number 4 in the series, because again, no one's watching these anyways. I'll just put them into one video. It's just going to be whatever. So anyways, that's it for now, and yeah. All right, so the microphone hopefully is working. As long as the cable goes down, it works. I've already ordered a replacement, an adapter for a USB-C to plug into the USB Mini. It's an old thing here. So hopefully the microphone works. What I forgot to mention yesterday was the I wore my new suit, size 28. It's nice and tight. So maybe that's why I was a little bit faster. I don't know. The point is, today there was a fire drill, a fire alarm drill. We didn't have to evacuate, but you hear it in the background. A fire has been reported in the building. Do not use the elevators. But it was a false alarm. I mean, it was a test. I saw a guy going through and testing it. But the point is, that's what's going on in the background. Very exciting. Chest beating commences here. Yes, and then we dive in here. So this is the starting. Now, I was feeling pretty good, maybe a little more tired than yesterday. We'll see how it turns out. We've been doing these every day, and then a little bit after I do these videos, I do the pull-ups outside. So we've been doing something every day. And let's see where it... Oh, okay. Oh, I take my hand out of the wall. Ooh, that's ugly. That's ugly. Yeah, that definitely touches right there. So that is a 43.098. And that means 43.098 minus... Now, I did a good kick underwater as well, which we didn't see because I'm not really... doing that. 23. Ooh, that's not good at all. Oof, that was ugly. Well, I guess it's what it is. Yesterday we did a low 23. Today was pretty high. Really? That's what it was? All right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Whatever. We'll figure it out. We did it. It's still in the 23s. Pretty good. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. So I think this is installment number 5. So we've done 5, probably more than 5 in a row, but we're going to do this for a while. We'll see what happens. And yeah, that's it for now. All right. So yesterday, I think it was a 23.8, something like that. And I was like, that was kind of slow, but I ended up doing pull-ups right after. I did a decent amount of pull-ups, but I went to do my kind of midnight walk around, and I noticed the following. I usually run up a flight of stairs, and it felt a lot tougher. So I'm like, maybe I was a little more tired today or yesterday. Today, I haven't run up the flight of stairs yet, but I was feeling a little bit better. I was a bit more amped up. We'll see what it is. I don't know, because I haven't seen it. Let's see here. I think this is the chest beating. Yes. And this is where we begin. All right, so the beginning is 20.448. That'd be a great finish time, but we don't have it, so let's see here. And we're splishy splashy here. Oh, I can't see it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe here, definitely there. Let's see, does that make sense? So 1, 2, 3, 4. probably there. Definitely there, probably here. So we'll just put this here, 43. Okay, that's a little better. I think I can guess that. It's going to be a 23.4, so that's a little bit better. Let's see here, 43.859 minus 20.448. Yeah, 23.4. And I guess that's it. So this is, I think, number 6. We've been doing this every day now. And we've been doing pull-ups. We've been doing other things. So that's good. I was hoping it'd be a little bit faster, but this is good. We do it every day. We'll see how, we'll do it for a little bit more. Again, this is number 6 in a series. We've been doing them a little bit before this as well in a row. So I don't know, maybe number 10 so far, but this is pretty good. And yeah, we'll figure this out. And yeah, that's it. All right, isn't this fun? So this is what, day 7, I want to say. So today, I would say I was a little bit more tired, but yesterday I did, when I dove in, I tried to do a lot of underwater butterfly kick. Now, I'm not very good at it. I'm old school. I just do flutter kick, and that's what I did today. I think that was a little better. You know, so I was kind of just trying out different things yesterday. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. I was a bit more tired. Maybe was I? Who knows? Chest thumping. Let's hear it. All right. So last frame is at 22,001. Very good. And then we arrive. Oh, boy. Oh, I think we'll be able to see it pretty well. Okay. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, well. Okay, that's definitely on. Is this it? No, just a little bit closer. 45.19. Ooh, okay. So the butterfly, see, I'm not good at butterfly at all. Butterfly kick, I don't know. It feels like my legs are broken. So, yeah, we're not, because if you notice now, and we might do it one day, maybe not today, but a lot of the, after a flip turn, after a dive, there's a lot of both legs at the same time butterfly kick because it's a little faster. In fact, some people are so good at it that they had to put a new rule in. Not that new, but you basically have to surface after 15 meters on the 50-meter freestyle, right? Because some people are so good kicking underwater that they're faster than if they're taking strokes. So they didn't want freestyle to turn into underwater butterfly kick. But for me, that doesn't work. Because if we do the math, and I've been, you know, rough balling this for 45.194 minus 22.001. 23.2. All right. Better than yesterday, and I think I was a little more tired. Who knows? Even when I did come up on the flip turn, I did have a weird stroke. So it could have been a lot faster. I think we could have actually done under 22. So I'm just, you know, I'm not going to do butterfly kick anywhere. There's no point. You cannot teach an old dog new tricks. So, I mean, even when I was swimming, people were starting to do butterfly kick. In fact, you know what? Let's have some fun. Do we have, hold on. Let me see if we can pull up the magic chatgpt box. You know what? Let's do that. I just want to know, is there a way to close the sidebar to preserve some semblance of privacy here? Let me type it in. When did people start doing, when did swimmers, you know what? Is there a way? Can I do, hold on, let me do this. ChatGPT. No, we're going to do this real quick. Oh, yeah, we don't have to log in necessarily. You know what? Let me Clipchamp. The hell is this? Yes. Okay, let's add a new window. Window capture 3. Select, let's see here, MS Edge. Yes, let's use MS Edge. Perfect. So we don't even have to log in. Let's put this right here, shall we? So when did freestyle swimmers start doing butterfly kick off a dive and flip turn? In fact, when did people start doing flip turns for freestyle? Let's have a little history lesson, because I'm kind of genuinely interested. Because I even know, like, even in the early 2000s, people were like, oh, do butterfly kick. It's like, yeah, I'd rather not. So search the web. Sure, why not? Let's do it. Let's have it a little bit bigger so we can see it. Yeah. The use of butterfly kick off the dive and flip turn in freestyle both have interesting histories. Right, thank you. The butterfly kick is often associated with the butterfly stroke. Did you know this? I did. But its use in freestyle especially evolved the key moments. Yes, flutter kick, 50s and 60s. So I'm super old school, I guess. The butterfly stroke itself emerged in the 1930s as a variation of breaststroke, which is, well, breaststroke is this, and then butterfly is this. So that's a weird one. But it wasn't until the 1950s that it would start to be used more efficiently in competitive swimming, butterfly, that is. Around this time, swimmers began experimenting with variations of butterfly kick in the freestyle event. Wow, I'm like, really? Were people doing this in the Olympics? (1970s)? It became a staple in the 1976 Olympics, where swimmers like Mark Spitz began showcasing its effectiveness. Okay, so Mark Spitz was doing it in the 70s. Let's see. (1970s). Okay, I mean, not flip turns. Yeah, I mean, everyone does those. I just didn't realize that my flutter kick off the wall is like super old school. The butterfly kick off the dive and flip turns became popular during the 60s and 70s. Flip turns. Okay. What innovations in freestyle? I don't care. Freestyle have there been in the last 25 years? Tech suits. Tech suits should be mentioned, right? The emphasis on butterfly kick. Well, I'm not emphasizing that, right? Okay, so I did mention this, right? That people are doing it a lot more. Right. Controlled breathing patterns, yeah. Yeah, they breathe only once or twice for, yeah. I breathe all the time. That was always an issue, but right. I mean, it's more psychological, I think, because on the 25 yards, I mean, 23 seconds is what it is. For if you're faster, you can even go under 20 seconds. So you don't need to breathe. It's just a purely psychological thing. Maybe I'll try that, because if you're constantly turning to the side, that is kind of slowing you down, you know? So I'm gonna have to try that. Just maybe one off the flip turn, and that's it. And then maybe 0. That's gonna be the next thing I'm gonna try. Right. Low oxygen conditions. Well, my training for the 50-yard freestyle is to swim the 50-yard freestyle exactly once now. So I don't think we're going to be, it's not like I'm doing massive amounts of swimming. 3, yeah, this seems like it's just a lot. So tech suits. Okay, so I mentioned I've never worn a tech suit. I think it's about half a second on the 50-yard freestyle. Okay. Tapering. Yeah, tapering. Yeah, because I swim so much. I don't taper. I just swim one, and yeah, there's no taper. Right. Okay, so one thing. So regarding tech suits, if one swam a 50-yard free in 22.7 seconds, as I once did, not today, but I have done that before, how much improvement would that be? Really? Oh, 1%. Okay, they're just doing 1%. So they're saying it's 1 to 3%. So we could potentially see half a second, more than half a second, 3% improvement. That's amazing. Yeah, the best tech suits are banned, the full body ones. I have seen Michael Phelps in from neck to his ankles. Women can have from basically neck to their knees. Men can have like belly button, hips to knees. All right. Okay, well that's interesting. So that's interesting. We could see up to, yeah, so about half a second on average. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. That was fun with ChatGPT, yeah, so we did okay today. I'm just gonna continue doing my old school from the 50s, butterfly kick, not butterfly kick, just flutter kick, and that's it. So we're gonna do it old school, and yeah, that's it. So right, that's it for now, and right. All right, so I believe this is number 8. This is number 8. We still don't have the new cable, but as long as it's not, it'll be working fine. Hopefully, we're not going to do a long ChatGPT thing, but we might. No, probably not. So this was outdoor pool. It was a little cooler. The pool itself, we'll see. Again, I never know. Again, I'm doing this. This is now 8th one we're recording. I've did a couple ones before, so I've probably been doing this for, what, 2 weeks? Close to 2 weeks, 10, 11, 12 days. We'll do about maybe 10 of these in a row, and this is number 8 of that, but I did some before, so let's just see. All right, so let's see here. I see some chest slaps here. Yes. And, oh, it's going to be tough to see. No, it's okay. Okay, we're still here. So the beginning is 18,107. All right. And let's see how this goes. It's dark outside, obviously, but there's enough. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Okay, that's very clear. This is better than the indoor pool, even though it's a lot darker. Ooh, okay. 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 41.167 minus 18.107. So that's a 2306. So really we round to the 10th. 23.1 kind of in between. We'll say 23.1 just for rounding up. Mostly we round up. Sometimes if it's really close, we round up, but that's not too bad. It's pretty close to a 23. I wish maybe we can go through that. Maybe I'll do like an Excel thing. We've been as high as 24. This is probably the best one. We did a 23.1. That was a little more, so this is a little better. I felt okay. I didn't feel that great, but I think this is our new standard, is just hitting 23s. Well, who knows? What was it yesterday? I do have my log of workouts here, and this is the only thing I've been doing, and the pull-ups after this. 23.2, 23.4, 23.8, 23.1, 23.3, 23.5, 24.0, And that 24.0 was the first one that is part of this series that I still haven't put together. Yeah, we're going to put all of these together, and if you're seeing it, I don't even need to explain it. But the freestanding video is a 23.7, 23.5, 22.955. There was another one of those, a 23 flat. So let's see, 18 set. So I've been doing these every day since the 17th. 23.3, 23 flat, maybe a little bit below. And then we have a 23.5, 23.7, 24. But we were doing these every day now. Okay, I mean, there isn't a huge variation because we did hit a 23 on the second day that we did 50 freeze. Now, the pull-ups are interesting because I could probably bring this up on the screen. Doesn't really matter. You know what? Let's do that real quick. Let's do window capture. Window capture for Microsoft Word. Here we go. Oh boy. Right, like this. Hold on. There we go. Let's magnify things. So this is the first one over here that's part of this series because these are referring to the videos, right? Now I did do some okay, so notice how I do pull-ups first. Okay. See, no pull-ups here, no pull-ups. The first time I did pull-ups in a while was here, and then it was sort of slower. It was 23 here, and then it was 23. So that's probably from the pull-ups. I do pull-ups again the second day, 23.7. And then I do pull-ups again. It's only 13, third day, and then it's a 24. So, if you squint real hard, then I started doing pull-ups after the swimming. Right. I actually did 16 really, and they're really good. When I get to 20, I hope I get to 20. I will do them again. I think I did a video with that, but the point is, yeah, I'm getting there. We'll see. I'll do the one right now as well. I won't have it on camera, but 23.2 or okay, we haven't put in today. You know what? Let me just do that right here. So because we just did this 28, it was a 23.1. Let's put minus in there because it was kind of under it. I don't want to use the less than sign because on YouTube, when I copy the results to the description, it says you can't use the HTML caret things or the bracket things. I don't know. I'm hacking into the mainframe from YouTube descriptions. Okay, let's settle down. Which is kind of insane that you can't use greater than symbols. Like if you're like a math channel, and you have the greater than or less than, like you can't put that in there. Can you people figure this out? Because again, if you're trying to inject super secret code via the YouTube description, there's some stripping thing on the back end they could have, right? Anyways, what do you expect $1 trillion company to do? I mean, sorry, we can't figure that out. You just can't use greater than, less than signs. Sorry. Or even if you're doing code, like, oh, here's a code snippet. Here's an example in the description. I don't want YouTube to generate the code. I just want it to display as code. Like you could have on Reddit, you have the code bracket. You can't do that. Sorry. $1 trillion company can't figure this out, everybody. Good Lord. Now, we don't know how many pull-ups we're doing yet because I haven't done that yet. But so that's pretty good. I think I'm getting used to it. Now, we did a 23.1 here as well, but, that's fine. It's kind of nice that 23, a low 23 is the, it's good. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, let's keep this up again. It's not like after 8 days, oh, this is some grand conclusion time, and no, it's fine. It's good. Anyways, now, should I even start measuring? See, okay, let's do this let's do this again. The problem is that this is recorded at 60 frames per minute. So 2306 is the official thing, non-rounded, and you might say, why aren't we doing it that way? This is actually to the thousandth. And the reason is that it's only 60 frames per second, not 100 frames per second. So depending on where you drop the cursor, it might be off. Let's in fact see this. Okay, let's in fact sort of calculate it this way. Okay, so 18107 was here. This is 18120. Oh, let me take the this off. 18129. Now notice how it was 18107, and this is 18129. See, it's going to create a few. Let's see what the difference is. We should have seen this a while back, but now there's also a slow-mo mode on here that does 240 frames per second at 720p. But it plays it 8 times slower. So you then have to divide, but we could do that with a calculator, right? I might do that, the slow frame. And then we might get it super accurate because it's 240 frames per second. I might do that. I don't know yet. So let's see where we hit here, according to this. Okay. And that is 41.196, but it was 41.167. So it's shifted a little bit, but it's not perfect. That's what I'm getting at, is it's going to be... Now let's do the math on this. 41.196 minus 18.129, 23.067. So 23.067 versus 23.06. Which is almost, well, I mean, again, if this was to the hundredth, which is what's measured officially, then, you know, it's off by, because it's not 100, it's only 60. So it'll be off by maybe 1. We could measure it to the hundredth then, I guess, you know. Could we? Yes. So 23.06 or 23.07. I think I'm going to start rounding to the nearest. I'm going to round up. So here's new rule. New rule, okay. I'm going to round up to the nearest hundredth. If it's 23.06, it's going to stay at 23.06. Or should it do? Hold on. Even if it's, because this one's 23.06 and 23.067. We're just going to, well, well, the other thing is, it's a tough one. I might want to just, because you can also see the frames are probably a little bit off as well, because notice how in the real world, notice how, well, there's a glare bomb in there, but notice how my hands are really in it. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I do want more precision here. We'll see how, we'll just do what we've done here, because I generously do round up to the nearest tenth. Like 23.06 goes to 23.1. Like, I'm not cheating here, okay? I'm not, right. But I do want a little more precision than tenths, and, you know, it's a bit ridiculous to round up, and then sometimes you don't, right? Anyways, we're making things up. I'll do the slow motion tomorrow for number 9. That is our new feature. We're going to do slow motion, and hopefully that works out. I think it's, yeah, I think every 10 seconds becomes 80 seconds. So we're going to have to divide by 8 after we divide things. But that's 240 frames a second. Now, one more thing. Oh, I have to go do pull-ups and go to the my midnight walk. Yeah, it's 11:23. Anyways, the reason that they don't count thousandth, which is what we see on the screen, there's 10th, 100th, 1000th. The reason they don't do thousandth anymore is the variations in the pools are enough that thousandth is too much, that one side of the pool could be a little too much. So the person swimming a shorter distance could, in fact, whatever. It's not precise enough. So So we don't need to go thousandth. What we see at 23.06 would be without the 7. That's 10. The 0 is the 10th. The 6 is the 100th, and that's the thousand. They don't do thousandths. Notice they don't do thousandths. They could measure it, but because of pool variances, that's just too much. So that's why you also have some ties sometimes like that, because it's too much. So The point is we're going to try to measure it to, because again, 60 frames a second, it's not enough. But 240 frames a second will be enough if we round. And then I think we'll just round up. We'll see what the variances are there. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Video number 9 is going to be slow motion, divide by 8, I think. And we'll get a more accurate time. Hopefully, I don't care. Hopefully, it's a lower time, but we'll get it. We'll see how it is. And yeah, that's it for now. Time to do some pull-ups. All right, so we're going to do something slightly different. I think this is number 9, I believe. No, recording number 9 in one big thing. I finally did it on slow motion, okay? So it's going to be tricky, the math, because we're using a lot of minutes, and we'll have to multiply that out, but that's fine. We're going to divide by 8, because it records 240, but it puts it at 30 frames a second. Other problem, even though previously I recorded at 60 frames, this preview thing only did it 30 frames a second. So even though it's 60, it wasn't as precise. And now we're going to round up to the nearest hundredth. We're not going to do tenths anymore. I think we'll be able to do it. Now, I already lined it up. Unfortunately, there's a lot of flashing here because it's slow motion and LED is terrible. That's how you know it's terrible. It's probably destroying our brains with this rapid flashing. Because again, at 240 frames, you see that almost every other frame is gone, right? Because LEDs work by, this nonsense. So if you get like migraines with LEDs, this might be the reason. No one knows. Let's just throw it out everywhere, When I turn off the computer monitor and everything else, I only have incandescents. Well, there's a couple ones there, but everything on right now is apart from the monitor. Although this monitor doesn't flash as much, the laptop one does flash more. Anyways, doesn't matter. So the point is, I think we're going to be able to do pretty precise hundredths measuring today. Well, let's see here. Okay. We're going to see look at how good that is. You can see look at that. It's just one frame at a time, but we can see that's probably I'm already in the air. We'll say that's the beginning here. Okay. So 3 minutes and 30.37. So let's convert that immediately. Let's do 3 times 60 plus 30. So that's 210.374. 210 seconds, okay? And then we'll divide the thing by 8. So it's lots of fun. Now, today, how did I swim? I had a bit of a cramp, actually, so I think I'm going to blame my not-so-great time on that. Oh, look at that flashing. That is insane. But look at how smooth that is. Look at that. Oh, that's good. That slows me down a little bit, but... Oh, we see it? Okay. I'm going to count that, because there is a little lip for the pool, so that's probably touching, We're going to say, all right, let's count that. And that is 6. Let's see, 635.412. So let's do 6 times 6 plus 35. So that is 395.4112. All right, so 395.4112 minus 210.374. Okay, 185.038. Now we divide by 8. Let's see what it is. 23, okay, so 23.129. So that becomes 23.13. We're going to use regular rounding rules. Our first proper hundredth to the hundredth. Now, I had a cramp today, and, when I was trying to go down, I'm like, let me take my electrolyte thing that I mix up myself. I haven't felt this way in a long time, where I had to take electrolytes, and I didn't because I was kind of rushing out the door. I don't know why. I had the same as usual. Maybe I ate a little bit less, and that's why. I don't know. I had a perfectly nice dinner. I had a quarter of a watermelon. You know, I did walk around a lot more because I had to drop my car off for some diagnostic thing. Ugh, it's going to cost new tires, of course, and we'll get into that another time. But then because of the holidays, I have to drop it back on Tuesday, but I can still drive it. Doesn't matter. So maybe I walked a little too much. I don't know what that means. You know, but I have not 17,498, and I'm still going to do my midnight walk out by the waterway. But the point is that I had this. So 2313, we did a 20. So yesterday, I threw it away, but it was like a 2306, and let's round up to 23.1. I used some other programs that have video editing in them, and they basically gave me a 2304. Because again, this does not do 60 frames per second. Now, 60 frames per second is not 100 frames per second, so it still doesn't do correct hundredths, but 2304 is actually closer, you know? But who knows, right? Because this is 240 frames per second, this is a lot more precise. There's a lot less variation between the frames. It's pretty spot on, right? It's pretty good. And each frame is less than half of a hundredth, right? 240 frames, less than a hundredth. So they're really, even if we say, oh, maybe it's a little bit, it's right. It's not right. We're not talking very much here. I feel comfortable with the precision that we're able to do here. 23.113. Very good. So we're just going to round to the nearest hundredth. We're not truncating, we are rounding. So round up, 5s get rounded up, and 4s and below don't. That's it. So yeah, 1, 2, 9, yeah. 2313, our first 1,000th time. Yeah, I guess that's it, our first 1,000th time. So yesterday, it's a little bit slower than yesterday by really, well, I guess, you know, maybe a few hundredth, maybe almost a tenth. But again, I had a cramp, and even when I dove in, I kind of felt I couldn't kick quite as hard. I didn't want to press it as much because then, you know, it's worse. So I think we could have done a little bit faster today. You know, I was also a bit bloated from the watermelon. You know, again, maybe when it gets a little cooler, it'll make more sense to go out to the pool earlier when it's not super hot. And then again, the school, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll go earlier in the day and one of these days. But look, 2313 back to back, or 2313, 23.1, whatever that was yesterday. I like it. You know, we're recording with this with the slow-mo. And yeah, it's flashing like crazy, but we don't have to watch that. We just have to watch the beginning and end. Look at how smooth it is. Look at that. Oh, look at that. You know what? Let me check my desktop here. Oh, boy. Are we back? Okay. I don't know what that was about. Right. You're not seeing it. That's fine. So this is 1080p, by the way. So this is 1080p. Now, I also have some concerns that when VideoPad is doing playback here, this is not 1080p, so it looks a little rougher than it really is. In fact, you know what? Let me play that. No one's going to see that, but why not? Let's see. I want to see it. Is this a better quality? I think the video I have probably is, I don't know. The point is, it's accurate enough for us to be able to do it pretty accurately, right? So what was that? Let's see here. Just if let's say we count this, because it looks like my hand is kind of bending as I'm pushing it in. Let's say we counted this. Let me see here. This would be 635, 510. So we're doing 500. Let's divide 510 divided by 8. Dot O. Yeah, we're all right. Yeah, it doesn't make a huge difference. Does not make a huge difference. And this is pretty good. I like it. Oh, 39, 65, 410. Okay, no, we're actually, 410 is, now it's 411 because it does move a little bit, but 411, 410. And then we do another little bit, let's say that, and that's really just an extra tenth. That's an extra, right, divide by 8, so that doesn't count as anything. It's a hundredth. So this is accurate. I like this. I like this. We're not really off by very much, and I like that nice hundredth precision. So anyways, I think that's it for now. We'll do a lot more slow-mo, and yeah, I think this is good. This is good. We have to do a little bit more calculations, but it's not hard. So 2313, first hundredth time, and yeah, that's it. All right, so let's do this. This is number 10. I'm going to string all of these together and upload it into one big giant video. It's probably going to be like an hour long, so hooray. So let's just see here. I felt a bit tired in the afternoon, not super tired, but I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't that good. We'll see, but I wouldn't be surprised. We did it. We've been doing this probably for 2 weeks in a row now. I kind of like it. And, right. All right, I'm airborne right here. So we'll count this. 2 minutes, 42 seconds, 153. So let's convert that to seconds only. So 120 plus 42. So it's 162.153. All right, so that's the right. That is that. Where are we? Here we go. And then we come back and touch. Oh, look at that. Look at that smoothness. Oh, that is so flashing. Anyways. That's definitely touching right there. So we'll do that. So that is 5 minutes, and 49 seconds, and 039. So we will go to the calculator, and we will do 5 times 60 plus 49. That is 349.039. Now, all right, 349.039 minus 162.153. All right, 186 divide, and now we divide by 8. What is it going to be? Okay, I'll take that because I thought it would be a lot slower. 20, and again, we're doing the rounding thing, so we look at the thousandth, that's a 0, so 2336. It was 2313 yesterday, rounded up. I'll take it because I was feeling a little bit more tired this afternoon. Hopefully the microphone isn't too far away. I was feeling a bit more tired, and, I went to the sauna, I went to the other pool, I did it here. I was expecting it to be a little bit slower. I would have been like, oh, maybe even a 24. So how I feel doesn't matter. 23:36 is okay. Now, I think the record is 22:07, So it'd be nice to have a record, but one of these days, maybe, whatever. We'll figure it out. 23:36. And again, we're doing it back-to-back. I'm doing pull-ups every night. So that's pretty good. Okay. So I just want to read out the results. We can also, I think, yeah, this is up here. So I did 16 pull-ups yesterday. So let's see here. 2313, 2336. Very good. And then I haven't done any pull-ups, so we'll just kind of blank that out for now. So 2336. So we started. In fact, let's count this. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it was, in fact, let's zoom in a little bit, right, shall we? So we started with 24.0. Now, we were doing these day to day for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 4 days before, and then 22.9. Yeah, that was a good one, right? 22.9. Yeah. That was a good one, yeah. Oh, that's a pull set. Never mind. We haven't done a pull set with the paddles on in a while. But anyway, so we've been doing it since the 17th. Okay. And those were individual videos, 4 of them. Free sprint, free. Okay. Right. So 24, 23 and a half. Then we switched to doing pull-ups after 23.3, 23.1, 23.8, 23.4, 23.2, 23.1, 20. Okay. All right. So, it's kind of the same. But again, we're doing a little more. We're doing pull-ups. We're doing them every day. So I'll keep doing this because it's also great that it's like I'll just do this every day. It leaves a lot of the thinking out of the process. So we'll see. So it's going to take a while to put all this together, but that's basically it. 23.36, we're now doing hundredths, a fun innovation, and yeah, that's it. So yeah.